Hello, lovely makers. Today is going to be another action-packed sewing machine video, and today we're going to take all this apart. So nobody freak. It's not going to be as bad as you think, hopefully. And we'll have a nice clean machine when we're done, so stick around for that. Hello makers, and welcome back to my handmade lifestyle. I'm Patty and I go by Patty Mac Makes everywhere online. And on this channel we like to make and bake and garden and do all these really fun crafty things, and one of the big things that we do here is sew. And part of sewing is taking care of your machine. And a lot of us neglect it. I'll be honest with you. I neglected this kind of stuff for most of my life until I really got serious about the sewing. I didn't really do all this stuff. So don't do like I did. Pay more attention to care and maintenance on your machines. They'll run better. They will last longer. And you will have a happier sewing life. Here's the thing. Sewing is messy. It creates a lot of dust. It creates a lot of debris, and that stuff gets all in here. And so what we're going to do today is we're going to take some of these things apart. We're going to clean them out and put it all back together. And hopefully it will all work. No, it will. Okay, so what do I have here? I have gone into our little handy dandy toolbox and pulled out a couple of things. And this is the combination brush and seam ripper. So you want to get that. And you're going to want this little thing. Now, let me also, before we go any further, say that today I'm specifically working on my Singer Brilliance. I've been doing a lot of videos about that little machine, and that's what we're working on. Your machine could be a little bit different. So these are guidelines. You'll want to make sure you have your manual and go through the manual so that you service your machine the way it recommends. Okay, so this little guy, that's my disclaimer. And if you're like really freaked about doing this, don't do it. You can take it to the repair shop and let them do it. They will happily do it for you. Okay, so this little guy, took me a while to figure out what in the world is this for. They call it the needle plate button. And if you're on page 11, which lists out all of your accessories that are in your little toolbox, this is item number 41, the needle plate button. And I was like, what in the world do I do with this thing? Well, it's like your little screwdriver. And we're going to use it, to loosen these screws on the throat plate. So, okay, that's what you'll need. You'll need your needle plate button, and you'll need your seam ripper combo brush, and you're going to need a little sewing machine oil. And I got mine at the sewing machine store. It was kind of expensive. This bottle was $10. Honestly, you're using like a drop or 2 drops every, I don't know. It depends on how much you sew. Say you use 2 drops twice a year. I mean, it's nothing. So why do they sell such a giant bottle of this stuff? I don't understand it. Why don't they just do a little tiny vial for $3? But anyway, I picked this one. It was more expensive, but I picked it because the woman in the store said this was the one that the sewing machine repairman liked, and this is the one they used. And I was like, well, I want what they use. I mean, at this rate, this will last me the rest of my life. Okay, so it's Tri-Flow Superior Lubricant. And yeah, that's what I got. I mean, I didn't spend a lot of money on this machine, but I would like it to last. I try to take care of my things, and I have enjoyed sewing with this. I like the options it gives me. I like the flexibility it has, and I enjoy sewing on it, so I do want to take care of it. So, okay, get your stuff together. If you don't want to oil the machine today, you don't have to. You can just do the cleaning like we're going to do. You might find if you're working with a different machine that you have one of these little itty-bitty screwdrivers, and those are for this action here, taking this apart, or this, removing the needle. And we're going to do all of that. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to like turn off the machine. And so that I don't run the risk of doing anything stupid, I'm just going to unplug it. Because, you know, you don't want to have your hand under here and then have the machine needle do something. That would be really bad. So the next thing we'll do, the machine is off, it's unplugged. We're going to now take off the presser foot and put it to the side. And let's go ahead and remove that sewing machine needle, just so we have plenty of space in here. I'm sorry my hand is in the way. It's just one of those unfortunate things about making videos. It's very hard to do these without having hands in the way. And let's go ahead and just get the thread out of the way. You really shouldn't pull the thread backwards, but we're doing it today. All right, so let's remove the little toolbox, get it out of the way, open the door, and then here's our little bobbin shuttle. And let me change the light so you can see that. Okay, hopefully that's better. So you can see, I mean, it's pretty dirty in there. It's really dusty. And this kind of stuff is not good on your machine. It really does impact the way it works. So let's go ahead and pull the bobbin housing out, and we'll just put that to the side. Okay, so now you've got this, and this is your shuttle and all of your cases and all of your stuff. And the first thing you're going to do is put that to the side, put that to the side. And then this is going to come apart in two pieces. And I mean, it's filthy. Look at the top of that. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's pretty dirty. It doesn't show as well as I would like, but it's, trust me when I tell you it's dirty. Okay, let's get back into here. Let's take this off. You know, you want to keep your pieces together. You don't want to lose stuff. Make sure that you keep stuff in one place so that you can find it. Don't lose your screws. Okay, and then see how that just comes right up. Voila. All right, and then we're just going to put that to the side where it's all safe, and all that stuff is together. Now it's filthy in here. I mean, it is absolutely a mess. And let me see if I can tilt the machine where you can really just get a gander of the just disgusting funk that's in this machine right now. Hold on. Okay, that is like super close up. Look how filthy that is. Okay, look how dirty that is. I mean, just this stuff, I mean, it's awful. And I'll tell you something, when you get a buildup of all this dust in here, it will cause your feed dogs to stop working. Like, I had a situation where I was sewing on the Kenmore, and the feed dog stopped working, and I freaked out. Okay, I completely freaked out, and I was like, oh my God, my machine is broken, da 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 da. No, it wasn't. It was filthy. So I took off the throat plate, and I got in there, and I got a wad of crap like you would not believe. But when I cleared all of that out, guess what? The machine says like a brand new machine. So, you know, we're going to get in, and you're just going to do stuff like brush that out of there. I mean, it's just, ugh, it's terrible. The quilting cottons really do make a mess. Okay, I got to put you back over here because this is something I need to see what I'm doing, and I need both of my hands. All right, let's put dust and stuff. It's not good. I'm gonna get everything cleaned out of there. And you're being assertive about cleaning, but you're not going to manhandle anything. You don't want to be rough on your stuff, but you do want to get all of that out. Ugh, just look at that. It's just chunks of dust. It's really, really gross. You can see how filthy that was. And you can see why I took off the needle and the presser foot, because could get in there better. So, blow in there a little bit. Just whatever you can do to dislodge all that stuff. Really want to get up over the housing. Okay. That's much better. All right. Now comes, well, let's see. Let's clean off our parts of our bobbin shuttle. Oh, gosh, it's just unbelievable. Okay, I'm looking at the book. If you have the Singer Brilliance and you kept your book, always keep your book, by the way. Page 38. This is the whole cleaning and oiling procedure. And they're calling this little part here the shuttle race, okay? And it shows to put a little drop of oil just to the side of that. So we're going to just do a little drop right there. Just a touch. That's probably too much. It's really a light touch. So I'm going to just damp it up. If you get too much oil, you mess up some stuff. You'll throw your timing off that way as well. So we're just going to clean that up a little bit. Okay. I will tell you something. If you're going to do this, do it in the daylight when you've got lots of light to work with. Be fresh. This is not something you want to do at midnight when you're tired. Okay, don't do that. That's a bad idea. Even if you're a night owl, don't do that. It's not good. Okay, that's cleaned. Now, we're going to put our parts back in. Okay, this is our shuttle, and then this is our shuttle race cover. And so it says to put this in, and you want this to be like, look at that like it's a moon, okay? And then it goes in with the moon on the right side. And I'm just going to try to get it in there to where it feels right. Okay, here's the key. All right, this little piece, this little flat part is going to fit on that flat part. That's how you get it in there. Okay, so when you have it in, this is why you have to be really have light and be alert. Okay, so now it's in. Now we want to get this on the outside, and we're going to line it up. And there it goes. Okay, so that's all lined up. And then close this, close that. Okay. Let's see, let's put the thread plate back on, or the throat plate. It's hard for you if you're watching this to see what I'm doing if my hands are in the way, but oh my goodness, this is hard to film. So you will have a much easier time of this when you attempt it at home. Okay, that's on. That's nice and solid. Let's put our sewing machine needle back in, and we know that we always put that flat side to the back. Just go right up in the housing. Let's go ahead and put our presser foot back on. Okay, and then we'll just do this little, just turn the hand wheel towards you, just to make sure that nothing is hitting, because the needle should be coming right in between there. So, it's a delicate thing. So if you don't have it in there right, that needle will hit the bobbin. Which, you don't want that, of course. That's not going to be good. That's going to cause busted needles. Oh, and also, let's make sure the presser foot is up before I thread. You need your presser foot up before you thread, or your thread will not go through the tension discs properly. So that is really important. Okay, let's go ahead and pull that really long, giant piece of thread through, which is kind of crazy. Oh my goodness gracious here. Let's see. All right, and I'm doing this with no edits because I want you to see that it works. You know, a lot of times, you know, you can edit stuff, and you know, through the magic of editing, everything works. And I want you to witness everything going together. Okay, so we put this in, just like I told you, that little finger, and it snapped in. Okay, and then we're gonna hold our thread, boom, popped right up, just as it should. So far, so good, everybody. Okay, let's close our little door. Now let's plug it back in. All right, this, my friends, is the moment of truth. I'm sharing it with you. I wouldn't say live, but unedited. Oh gosh, I can't reach the pedal. Okay, unedited. Here we go. Let's turn our machine on. All right, and we're back to a straight stitch. And we'll just come down here. Okay, thoughts and prayers that it works. Oh, it'll work, it'll work. Here we go. Ooh, look at that. Locking it in. Ta-da! Look at that, everybody. Okay, beautiful. Oh, look at the stitches. On the back, you can see it's clean. Let me cut away the threads so that you know for sure that that is a nice clean. I want you to know that that is a completely clean stitch line. I'm not gonna stop and edit. I'm gonna just let this run while I snip these threads. I think it's important that you see that everything works. I think that's really important. Sometimes, you know, things can be edited and you don't get the whole picture. And that's not fair. So, okay. We're gonna come in on this side. And everything's clean. I want you to see. Oh, did I miss one? I missed one. Okay. Okay, here we go. And if you're still here, thank you so much. Press your foot down, needles engaged, and we're just gonna sew a straight stitch. And lock it in. It's beautiful, guys. It's just beautiful. Okay, there's the front. There's your back. And yeah, I think it looks pretty good. So there you have it. That's my very long-winded. How long is this video? This video is long. I'm so sorry, but I wanted you to see everything. That's how you clean the bobbin housing and under the throat plate on your machine. And gosh, if you made it the whole way, I really thank you so much. And I do hope that you found that helpful. And if you don't have the oil, don't flip out. You can still clean the machine. So go ahead and do that if nothing else. But go ahead and get the machine oil and take your time. Don't flip. It is tricky getting that stuff back in. So just, like I said, be fresh, be rested, have a lot of light, and just take your time and it will go in. It'll be fine. You'll be okay. You can do it. I promise you can do it. Okay, that's it. Happy sewing, and I'll see you in the next video.